I put in a little bit of the hardware cloth on the back section using nails with washers to secure it, and I've also stapled, but I haven't got a very exciting staple gun, so the staples aren't enough to properly secure it. So I'm using the small nails with washers, which are very fiddly, but will be worth it. What I did in the end was stack gravel in the gap behind between the wall and the frame. I put gravel so that it'll maintain good drainage, and also if there is any animal life behind there, we'll be able to see any disturbance of the gravel and get an idea that we have someone interested in getting in. I thought I might just pause and talk about a couple of the things I've identified for someone who doesn't have a big range of woodworking tools. Cutting this OSB is a bit of a pain, and I tried with a jigsaw, but without a proper jig, really difficult to get a straight line with a jigsaw, whereas with this kind of saw, actually pretty straightforward to follow a line with the saw. You just have to concentrate a little bit, but pretty straightforward, and as long as you're gentle with the saw, you don't rip off big chunks of OSB. Seems to work, so I thought worth mentioning, because in all the videos I've seen of woodworking, people are using power tools for absolutely everything, and I don't have a big range of power tools, although I do have a jigsaw, but I don't think it's really good for this type of work. I decided in the end to put a flat roof over the main hen-house structure. I'm still going to put a sloping roof above, but that will be simply a weatherproofing aspect. So this, the flat roof, is to give integrity to the hen house, stop vermin getting in, that kind of thing. So now we've done the nesting boxes and covered the using OSB to separate the main hen house from the nesting boxes. And I've done 3 nesting boxes. They are the dimensions recommended, 12 by 12 by 12 approximately. But I've done the partitions so that they're removable, and I'm not actually going to screw in the floor either, and nor am I going to screw in the floor to the cupboard. This is going to be a cupboard here. This area is going to be a cupboard, and there'll be a door to open this, so they keep the chicken supplies and things in there. But that floor will be not screwed down, that floor's not screwed down, and these will be separated. These can be pulled out. So the idea is that for a deep clean every 6 months or something, it can all be opened out and cleaned out more thoroughly. Depends a little bit, hopefully the way I've designed it, there will be minimum amount of chicken poo inside the nesting boxes, but you can never be sure. You always get some chickens that will poo in the nesting box. So that's that part, and I haven't yet completely decided on the floor. There's going to be some heavy joists, floor joists here, and the idea is I think the whole floor will be detachable. We'll just rest on those big joists and then bring it out. But I'm going to cover that floor in lino, which I've now managed to find. So the floor will be covered in lino, but I still might make the floor detachable. If it works, I think it will. So that might be a much easier way of keeping the whole thing clean. I found some old wardrobes, which one piece of which exactly fits this end here, which is an end that isn't going to have any openings. I will just need to make a vent in it. But by pure luck, this piece of old wardrobe fits, and I've just sanded it down with a view to making it green, same as the rest. I'm going to try and match all the green when I come to the end of all this. So I think that'll work quite well. It just happens to be exactly the right size, and it'd be much prettier than having a piece of OSB there. So that's where we are at the moment. I just thought I'd pause and show the making of the front of the hen house. I've done 2 separate doors. As you can see, I didn't do them incredibly accurately, but I'm going to be cladding them, so the cladding will hide my poor workmanship. Done a bit of a vent at the top, so the left-hand door will have the opening for the chickens to climb up the ramp into the hen house, and so that door won't get opened often. The right-hand door will be routine for just one getting in and out for humans, and then both doors can open for cleaning. So this idea I've had with the cladding is that I'm just putting it all the way across, and I'll cut it at the various places it needs cutting between the doors and at the right-hand side of the right-hand door. Hope that works. It's a bit complicated. Inside, I put lino down over the OSB, so more or less complete inside. I need to put a perch in there because one of the last parts of the project. And so I'll be working on this today and hopefully finish it, and then I'll be able to start painting up again. Can't do much with the roof at the moment. It's done. I put a soffit there, but I can't cover it until I can get some felt. Because of the virus, I can't get to a hardware store to buy the felt. So we're due a torrential rainstorm later this week. I hope that OSB is not going to disintegrate from a bit of a dousing. Hopefully it'll be all right for a couple of rainstorms before I can get hold of the felt to put on top. Weather's turned a bit nasty, so looks like we're going to have a lot of rain. So I've given everything a quick coat of stain, but I need to. I'll need to have to do some remedial work on this when the weather is better. Hopefully tomorrow will be okay. So you can see what I've done here now. We've got the cupboard is finished here. Need to adjust that somehow so it doesn't stick. The laying area sorted down there, and I've put all the wire on the outside now, and the left-hand door there is the entry point, and there'll be a ladder helping them get up to that. The right-hand door is not properly fixed yet. Haven't managed to get enough hinges, and all the hardware shops are shut at the moment. So, but that door, both doors will open for cleaning, and the right-hand door will be the normal access door for checking on how they are and stuff inside. Other than that, we're more or less there actually. I've got to put the wire on the top. Haven't put the wire on the top yet, but I can't do that until I finish the roof, and I can't finish the roof until I get some asphalt or other material to put on to preserve the water resistance on the top. So I'm a little bit stuck now, unless I can get hold of some felt. And we're very, very restricted on where we're allowed to go at the moment. I have a friend who thinks he's got enough to be able to give me, but he's a bit far away, and I may not be allowed to go that far because of the curfew we've got here at the moment. So I've almost got as far as I can go on this. Got enough paint. I'll do that side green as well but it's enough to get it through the night of rain, because it was already varnished. I roughed the varnish down so it'll take some stain. I forgot to do the soffit earlier, but that'll survive the night. So looking at the sky, it looks as though we're going to have some pretty horrendous weather tonight, even though it's not forecast. And I'll resume the project tomorrow. I've got to put the door furniture and things on the doors. I may, if I can't get hold of hinges, I may just make that door secure using the pieces of wood like I have at the bottom there. I might put them on both sides of that, or even on three sides, so that it secures it. I've got a friend who's got some 10-week-old hens that he wants to give me, so it'd be nice to get those sooner rather than later. This is the chicken house, almost finished, including some swing perches. Just need some chickens now. Well, and I need some felt for the roof.